Can I first say, you can just stay standing, but first of all, just remember that you're both short in the feature and competition. They finally told me there's no numbers on them. So it's excellent to pour. It's all excellent, I'm sure, tonight. First of all, I want to bring up the actor who played Dr. Manuel, Rafael Rubio. And the writer, director, producer, and also Alberto Manolo Cruz. We are very, very grateful to have Manolo and Rafael here from Colombia. And we have a translator, because we need that tonight. So I want to welcome Marlene. So this is going to be tricky, but we're going to make this work. Keep your questions very short, very loud. Kent will repeat them to Marlene. Marlene will repeat them to our guests. They'll repeat them back to Marlene, and she'll tell you what the answer is. It sounds like you really enjoyed the film. Amazing, absolutely amazing, correct? Here's Marlene. Okay. Kent, it's yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much for coming, for open your hearts, for smile and for cry. And this is movie made with love, not with money. It's made with love and not with money, because it's more important for me, my public, the people feel the love. And for this is the reason more important I talk this item, love, yes? All is good? Excuse me, my English is very bad.
Okay, please remember you can also tweet questions to hashtag SBFF. Be sure, I know many of you will want to make comments. Manolo will be here if you want to talk to him afterwards. Let's just have questions for the time being. Yes, ma'am. So the question is, where was this shot specifically, and was it difficult to shoot with all the water?
¿En qué lugar de Colombia específicamente filmaron la película y si fue difícil filmar alrededor de agua?
Sí. The place is La Ciénaga Grande de Santa Marta. Is the swamp in the coast colombiana?
Yes, the swamps in the coast of Colombia.
Sí, complicadísimo rodar dentro del agua. Éramos 30 personas que todos los días nos íbamos para esta casa a 200 metros de la carretera.
Okay, so very, very complicated to film. There were about 30 people that contributed to the filming of the movie, and it was very difficult to do the transportation of all the equipment.
Full of fly.
There were a lot of mosquitoes.
Yeah. En dos ocasiones empezó a llover y esta ciénaga se mueve como si fuera el mar y no podíamos salir de la casa y teníamos que estar ahí 2, 3 horas esperando a que escampara.
Yeah, in many times there was such torrential rain that it kept them from filming, and they had to stay inside the house and just, wait until it passed.
But era el lugar perfecto para mostrar cómo encerrados en estas condiciones podrían amar mucho más de lo que podemos a veces nosotros amar en nuestras ciudades llenas de tecnología y de adelantos.
But this was very important to be able to capture the difficulty of this person, how he lived and how he appreciated his surroundings and at the same time not be able to do anything with it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. The actress who played the mother.
¿Qué nos puede decir de la actriz que hizo el papel de tu mamá?
Su nombre es Vicky Hernández y para mí y para muchas personas es la mejor actriz de mi país. Es espectacular su actuación.
She is the greatest actress in Colombia.
She's well known in Colombia, and for him, he was the very, very best actress he could have gotten for the role.
Ey- Vicky trabaja hace 50 años en teatro, en televisión y en cine.
Okay, Vicky Hernandez works about 50 years doing movies and theater.
Y nos habíamos cruzado en la vida, en proyectos donde trabajábamos juntos como actores.
We crossed paths in different projects working as actors,
Pero nunca habíamos trabajado face to face.
but they never had the opportunity to work, so close and face to face.
Cuando empecé a escribir la película, que antes era un cortometraje,
When he started to write the movie, which was a short film,
la única actriz en la que pensé fue en Vicky Hernández porque necesitaba que se viera esto, una verdad, para que el público sintiera esa verdad y sintiera esos mismos sentimientos de los personajes.
the only actress he could think of was Vicky because she connected with him and they had a good chemistry in the feelings that he was trying to portray in the movie.
Todas las personas que trabajaron en la película es el mejor talento de Colombia, los mejores actores, la mejor técnica, los mejores equipos, todo lo mejor lo pudimos tener para esta película.
They did have the best technique, the best actors, and a very good quality of just people and technicians to make the movie happen.
Pero les repito, no fue con plata, no fue pagándole a la gente, fue invitándolos a entregar amor a esta película y este es el resultado.
But I want you to know once again that we did not have a lot of money. It wasn't about the money. Everybody was interested in the project just out of love and out of the meaning of the movie.
Yes, the gentleman in the blue shirt back there. Where did you get the idea from, and when did you decide to play Alberto yourself?
¿De dónde se te ocurre la idea de hacer esta película y cómo así se te ocurre representar al intérprete Alberto?
Sí, dos cosas importantes. Yo soy actor durante toda mi vida, desde los 6 años hasta ahorita que ya estoy muy viejo.
Very important. I'm an actor since 6 years old until now that I'm old.
Y sentía que lo que estamos contando en mi país habla solo de droga, de violencia, de guerra.
And I felt that everything in regards to my country, Colombia, was about drugs, about wars, and negative stuff.
Y me sentía encerrado dentro de una industria que no me dejaba mostrar el verdadero talento y las verdaderas personas que vivimos en mi país.
I felt enclosed in an industry that didn't let us interpret the true talent that we have in my country.
Gracias. Lo segundo y más importante es que
The second reason, and the more important reason,
un día iba por esta carretera y iba en un carro, pero no estaba manejando.
one day I was riding in that avenue, and I wasn't driving.
No estaba manejando.
No.
No. Y cuando uno no maneja, tiene tiempo para observar.
When you're not driving, you have time to make observations and to appreciate what you're seeing.
Y estaba mirando el mar que estaba a este lado. Oh, bonito mar, azul, bonito como volcaba en la arena.
And I had the opportunity to see the beautiful sea, the ocean.
Crucé la mirada y esta carretera gigantesca, muy bonita.
And then I crossed my eyesight to the other side, beautiful expressway.
Yeah. Al otro lado estaba la Ciénaga Grande de Santa Marta.
And on the other side was the swamps.
Un agua aposada dentro del mar y la tierra.
Dirty water, no current, and it was just dirty, and it was sad for him.
Que es poco profunda, que es muy sucia.
Yeah, it has no depth, and it's very, very dirty.
Pero que la gente vive ahí feliz.
But people live there and they have happy lives.
Ellos no tienen una gran casa, no tienen carro, no tienen universidad, no tienen nada.
They have no house, not a real house. They don't have cars or universities or studies, but they're happy.
Pero lo que tienen esas personas es que tienen amor por la vida. Todo el tiempo lo único que hacen es darse amor. Sus madres con sus hijos, con sus esposos, todo el tiempo está feliz todo el mundo.
But they're happy because they have love and they share a lot of love amongst each other.
Y sentí la necesidad de contarle esto al mundo.
And I felt the need to tell this to the rest of the world.
Porque muchas veces nos concentramos en tener cosas o en hacer cosas.
Because many times we concentrate in just having things.
Y nos olvidamos de la verdadera esencia de vivir, que es amarnos unos con otros.
And we forget the true essence of life, which is to love one another.
Esa es la película.
We have a question from Twitter. Is this the first feature you've directed, and how long did it take to make?
Esta es la primera película que has dirigido y cuánto tiempo tomó para hacerlo.
Sí, es my first movie, pero no es solamente mía, hay todo un equipo detrás de esta película, empezando por la gran actriz que protagoniza esto conmigo.
Yes, this is the first movie I've directed, but I don't consider this just my movie. It's everybody that worked in the movie, and especially the actress that played his mother.
El trabajo del codirector que estuvo durante el rodaje mientras yo actuaba, ayudándome con la puesta de la cámara.
There was a co-director that had to go in when he was acting and doing, his own role of the lead.
Carlos Castillo is your name. De director de fotografía, el director de arte que hizo esta casa dentro de la ciénaga.
The director of scenery, who is the one that built the house in the swamp.
Y mucha gente más. Pero, para contestar el resto de la pregunta, la película la hicimos en 21 meses.
To answer the question in regards to the length, the movie has taken 21 months.
Y en mi país, una película se demora en hacerse 5 hasta 10 años.
And in Colombia, usually a movie takes about 5 to 10 years.
Y esta película se hizo con $40,000 de principio hasta el día de hoy.
And from the beginning to the end, the movie cost $40,000.
Pero para que se sorprendan aún más, lo más importante es que se logró hacer de esa forma.
But most important is that we were able to make it that way.
Porque quien es el amor, a mi forma de pensar, estaba metido en la película y ese es Dios.
Because God was in between all the characters, and he is the one that made everything possible.
Y es al que le debemos todo.
We owe him everything.
We have time for 2 more questions. Yes, sir, you had a question. Has the movie been widely seen throughout Colombia and South America?
¿Ha sido el movie visto en Colombia y en Sudamérica?
No, la película se estrena en Colombia a final de año. En Sudamérica ha estado en un par de países, pero
The premiere is going to happen in Colombia. ¿Cuándo?
octubre,
Towards the
noviembre.
end of the year, perhaps in October or November. And there were 2 countries in South America that have had the opportunity to see it.
Pero ha estado en 18 diferentes lugares, en 9 países. Se ha visto en 4 lenguas, sus subtítulos distintas.
Okay. But the movie has been translated or seen in different languages and in other countries.
En 8 países, en Europa, en
Oh,
Asia.
8 countries in the world, including Europe.
Ya. Pero esta era una función muy especial para mí.
This was a very important function for him.
Primero porque podía tener a uno de mis actores acompañándome el día de hoy.
Because I was able to have one of my peer actors with me tonight.
Rafael Rubio. Segundo porque cuando Alan me habló de venir a estar presente en la película,
And secondly, because when Alan called me to say that he wanted me to be present,
me
Here.
habló de un teatro de 1000 personas
he spoke to me about a theater of 1,000 people.
y es para mí emocionante y es un placer poder estar aquí delante de todos ustedes compartiendo esta obra.
And it fills me with emotion to be here to share this beautiful movie with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
How did you prepare for the role of Alberto?
¿Cómo te preparaste para el
Ok,
rol?
sí. Durante 6 meses visité a pacientes que tienen distintas distrofias musculares
For 6 months, I visited centers of muscular dystrophy.
y durante 4 meses hice una dieta para bajar 21 kilos y poder verme físicamente, ¿sí?
And then 4 months, I dieted and I lost
21 kilos.
21 kilos, about 40-something pounds.
43 points.
43 pounds in order to act the role.
Pero creo que lo más importante de toda esta experiencia para poder hacer este personaje no era solo que me viera delgado y enfermo,
But more important than losing all the weight to characterize the role,
que no me viera solo delgado y enfermo,
that he didn't just look the part of being so thin,
sino que en realidad pudiéramos ver un personaje creíble de una persona que de verdad está encerrada dentro de un cuerpo que no lo deja vivir, pero que siente, que ama, que quiere vivir y que es demasiado inteligente.
to portray, more important was to portray the mind of this individual that had such potential and wanted to live and wanted to feel the water, the sand, you know, and that is more important to him than losing the pounds and doing everything else.
Además, creo que era responsabilidad poder interpretar un personaje tan cercano a la realidad que las personas que tienen estas enfermedades sintieran una voz que habla de ellos con respeto y con honestidad.
Also to represent the patients that suffer from this condition day after day, and to give them the respect that they deserve for enduring such handicap.
Porque es importante no olvidarnos que son personas que tienen una enfermedad, que tienen un problema en sus cuerpos, pero que ahí hay personas hermosas que a veces viven la vida de una mejor forma que muchos de nosotros que caminamos y viajamos por todo el mundo.
It is. Dilo otra vez.
Que es muy importante recordar que ellos son personas que tienen enfermedades en sus cuerpos.
Okay, it's very important to understand that there are people that have illnesses and they have a handicap,
Pero que ellos tienen sueños,
but they have
ilusiones
dreams, illusions,
y que realmente muchas veces viven la vida mucho mejor que muchos de nosotros.
and in many instances they live life a lot better than we do ourselves.
Que caminamos y viajamos por todo el mundo.
That we walk and we touch and we, are in all over the world.
Por eso quiero pedir un fuerte aplauso por estas personas que nos enseñan a vivir.
He wants to ask for an applause for all the handicapped people in the world that sometimes give us courage to live.
So the bad news is we're out of time for more questions tonight. The good news is Manolo is with us tomorrow. So you can ask him any questions you want to tomorrow. Thank you so much to Rafael, Marlene, Manolo Cruz.
Hey. This is more important.
We'll take some pictures up here too.
Yeah. Come on. Thank you.